No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a top 5 team in this conference taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this. And the Canes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Grabbed over the middle, it's Daniels. Touchdown, Miami! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is caught for a touchdown, so hold on just a minute. We might have a finish here.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect on them.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. 2 ranked opponents evenly matched.
One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Morgantown, West Virginia, home to the West Virginia Mountaineers. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Justice here with a 1st down. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the football down the field, we had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Touchdown, Red Raiders! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
With that last touchdown, looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on...
To the air, it's Morton. Pressure coming. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty...
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it from here. For David, it is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home to the Minnesota Golden Gophers. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, the 2. He wants to throw it. Back's looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! First points of the day are on the board. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all this offense could really take that next step.
Looking to pass. It's Aller. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. To the air, it's Aller. Rushes on him. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the route is on. They give themselves... You never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership...
These guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time they'll crank it up. And he's gonna score. Touchdown, Penn State! With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're
Tucking it, and they are still scoring.
There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That will put the wrap on things from here. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on last year's national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Remains at the 2. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Going for 6. Touchdown, Ohio State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with...
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Touchdown, Sparty! The offense cashing it in on that drive. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Trying to bowl his way in. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan State.
Man, he's off to a good start this year. That's already his third receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into this season. I love how they line him up all over the field, and as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with how they get this guy.
From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here, this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small, but the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. With that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Oh, the ball squirts out. And he gets the fumble back, but that clock is still an enemy. Defense after the play trying to preserve every minute possible. To throw, it's Childs. He gets those chains moved around. Instead, it'll be third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Kelly. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. He's taking the deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The decision to go for it does not pan out. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to Corvallis, Reser Stadium, home of the Oregon State Beavers. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Oregon State Beavers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Oregon! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run, run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Moore to the air. Touchdown, Ducks! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon State.
just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody in.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Beaver! Quarterback stays clean in the buffet.
Take care of those big uglies up front, because when you have that kind of pocket, you should take advantage of it. You should be able to make big plays, and he does.
Now, fourth down coming up. The defense will try to hold up one more time under 2 minutes. He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. The Beavers down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Second down, he'll throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. Touchdown, Oregon State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that drive right there is exactly what you dream about. That's how you want your offense to perform. Under a clutch situation, you take the ball down the field, get the score, and now a
15-yard line. Moore will throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Just what they were looking about, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. The offense just wants to run out the clock in this half. The D still has a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. So the Beavers able to dam up those trenches and gave the Ducks nowhere to move as Oregon State takes home this rivalry game. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get...
If coveting is a sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Glad to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, home to the SMU Mustangs. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on the 10th ranked team in the land, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. For that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Touchdown, TCU! Fitted in the window for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And this one is perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
How about it? 50 plus, no problem. Big leg.
Down from the 22. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He slides that just inside the right upright. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Off play action. Trying to find the end zone. How about standing tall after the catch and denying this man the end zone? The defense turns it over on downs. Sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of upsets, but this one is a shocker that might go on the list of all time.
Dude, huge win. Like, you can't say enough about being a team with a considerable talent disadvantage. Like, you're the underdog for a reason. You go in, this is a top 10 team you're playing against. Like, everything says you shouldn't win, but Palmer, they came out and they absolutely took care of business.
Yeah, they showed up in the biggest moment. You got to give these players a ton of credit. They may not be as talented as their opponent, but this was a game and an opportunity that they took advantage of. They made the plays they needed to make. They put the rest of college football on alert with this win.
They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing, because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Sam Houston Bearcats, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. A difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan! A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Touchdown, Wolverines! Fired in from the red zone for the score. These guys are really hitting their
Where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice.
3rd and forever. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
After tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Michigan!
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Man, this has been a complete complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously.
The cake, and that might make for some long memories after this one. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it from here for David Pollack and Jesse. One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome everyone to Louisville, Kentucky, L&N Stadium, home of the Cardinals. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Enough for a first down. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Wants to throw on third down. Dances away. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Taking some punches. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Louisville! Excellent pass by the back on the option. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmaker.
To the air, it's Moss. Working that left side now. He makes his way in for the 2. A lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Complete to the right. This defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Lacey. This offense to get things done. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Got it in the middle, it's Stewart. And the defense jumps on him, they get that turnover.
Oh, what a missed opportunity. You got an opportunity after that drive to go take the lead when you're trailing, and now you turn the football over.
Dropping back, it's Moss. Just flying play. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. All kinds of room to throw that one in. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown Cardinals. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
That touchdown ties the game, so you're expecting them just to kick the extra point, take a 1-point lead. Seconds left now. You got to play great defense here to try to ice this game and get the win.
Back here late in the fourth. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Stands in and takes the hit. can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and
will just drop to a knee. It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. There are no secrets in conference play. They know you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see a team sitting in the top 5 of the conference standings, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Indiana Hoosiers, for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Grab near the sticks. It's Morris. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Indiana!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Without scoring. Rides to the back. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Tries to do it himself on the draw. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Indiana! They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead.
Fun if you're a quarterback. All game long, you've got guys in your lap, you've got guys chasing you all the way across the field. You just...
What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety.
These offenses, sometimes when they get pressed and they know they got to go fast and they got to put points on the boards, sometimes they get a little bit reckless, and they do right here. They give up the safety, now down multiple possessions.
Favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them, but they had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching...
We've got a spectacle here, a tremendous light show hyping up the crowd as they get set for this matchup here tonight. Welcome to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and LSU's Death Valley, home of the Bayou Bengals. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get this thing going. and 10. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Oh, what a grab! And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make the 6 points.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. He's got it near the end zone. And he scores! Touchdown, LSU!
I'll tell you what, in this first half, this quarterback seems to be making all the right reads and showing the accuracy that he's shown all year long. Outstanding pass, great conversion. They put 6 more on the board.
This was a stunner. It's going to resonate around the college football landscape, Kirk. This lower-ranked team came in here and said, give us some respect. And they went out and earned it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a bit of a shocker to me, just to be able to see this team get run